Well, Wayne, it was a tough day at the office for everybody, I guess. What's concerning you at the moment about your football?
Well, just our halves, our half games, not talking about actual players on the field, they play in the half position, but yeah, I mean, we gained a pretty poor start here today and came back in the second half and showed we could do a little bit of something. You know, we probably the same last week at Manly and Warriors, similar type stuff.
You started the season with a lot of grit, playing for each other. You sort of had a sort of an ethos about the way your team played. It seems that you've gone away, not you personally, but the team's gone away from that a bit.
Well, we haven't done it deliberately, I can tell you, but as I said, I thought we found something in the second half, and it was important that we did that. So, and I can't explain the first half.
You're a bit concerned you didn't get a penalty when Sivo did the elbow?
I'm more than concerned about it, but it was weird. That was really weird. Yeah, that was really weird.
What was your take on that? It was a penalty any day of the
I've
week?
got no take on it. I mean, everybody saw it. Referee put him on the report, I think, from memory, and no penalty.
Jesse, what was going on in the first half for you out there?
Yeah, just at defence. We seemed to be just kicking the ball off and they were scoring tries. We had worked really hard on the defence all week. We defended really well all week, and then we come out here and we weren't able to put it out there in the first half. At least we were able to do a bit of that in the second half. That's a positive. And yeah, I guess we just got to work on our first half, like Wayne said.
Is that something you can take into the Battle of Brisbane next week, Jesse? I mean, I know you played with a lot of courage, just lost in that last game, but it's something, I guess, if you play like that, you did in the second half, you'd be back on track.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what we'll watch, I think. Go back and see the positives out of the game, which was our effort and our line speed in that second half was really good. Our edges got up and made their tackles, so we'll be looking at, I guess, building off the back of that second half, and obviously Brisbane next week, it's a huge game, so we'll be working towards that.
You had Sean O'Sullivan back in his first game in a while. Wayne, how did you think he went on return?
Yeah, he was okay. Pleased to have him back, and you know, he's like the rest of them. He was in a hole in the first half, and we managed to pull ourselves out of that, and that's what we've got to move on with. And I'm just pleased we managed to do what we did in the second half. Otherwise, it would have been. I just don't know how we would have reversed.
You've been in these positions before, Wayne, where you've had a bit of a lull during the season. Can you what makes you feel you can get out of it?
The second half. Yeah, it makes me feel like they remind themselves what they got to do to play well, and they got into it in the second half, and they did those things that they do when they play well. And there's a lot of good things in the second half. I mean, we lost our first 3 sets in the second half. We lost the ball, but we defended our try line. We couldn't defend the kickoffs in the first half.
I was going to say, Wayne, next week it's at the Gabba against the Broncos. Is that come at just the right time, do you think, for your team? It's going to be historic, but a historic match coming up for you.
I look forward to it. I'll see you this time next week, Joel. We'll give you some answers.
Wayne, there's some talk today that the team you're coming up against next week, the Broncos, might have Ben Hunt back there next week.
Oh.
Do you have an opinion on how that's unfolding at the
That's got
moment?
nothing to do with us.
Is there any way that Ben Hunt could be at your team next year, Wayne?
No.
Do you think the rules are fine at the moment as they stand, Wayne, where players can say they want out and jump ship mid-season?
Well, that's another issue. We pay a lot of people to run the game, so I'm not going to make a comment on it, but just leave it at that.
It's not an issue that's been sorted out to anyone's satisfaction yet, though, Wayne, is it?
It depends. You know, the disappointing thing for me is there's no accountability with it, so that's the disappointing part for me personally for the game, and not just on this incident, but you know, we all go and sign contracts and we all go and make deals. Or, I just think there's got to be some. I think they're better than what we're doing right now.
I know this is your priority, Wayne, building the Dolphins, but you were a part of the Dragons' success once upon a time, and to see them at the bottom of the ladder and struggling and now having to manage this, how would you like to see it work out for them in this situation?
what?
How would you like to see it work out for them in this situation? If you could.
They're in a difficult place right now, and look like us at 40 odd points to nil at half time, 40 points to 4. You know, there was no way out for us. We had to go back out in the second half and either capitulate totally or show that we have got some fight in us, and we are a good football team. So the Dragons are in the same place.